to be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money. They say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste it. You ain't got no time. Out and about, out chasing paper. The streets of my house and the house always wins like Vegas. Never down for the count. Second win, second nature. Found mine. Never had my hands out. Fuck favors. By design, everything tailored. In my youth, it was shell toes, no Chuck Taylors. Weak soap game, had a game so it's still the same code game, so it's still the same code. We all pay the cost, pay dues. Move with the money state that I can't lose. On the grind, push a hard line with my linemen. Back when I was young, they said it's all about timing. Till it's my time, all the stars are aligning. I'm a diamond in the rough, couple cuts got me shining. This game you cannot cop on consignment. In the field, all we do is execute assignments. The game should be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money, they say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste, you ain't got no time to talk. The game should be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money, they say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste, you ain't got no time to talk.
First, we get into this paper. See, I want it all, plus some UNDERDOG acres, a lot of alcohol, few dad bags of paper. Run this shit like a ship and I'm the sailor. Cold, kinda like it's fresh up out the freezer. Soon as I meet her, I'm a fucker, then I leave her. It's the old Mac needs, treat them all like bottom feeders. Break it down slow for them folks that don't know. I'm a seasoned vet, black belt out the dojo. With a wide range of weapons, so I'm out the holster. Keeping all options open, so many ways that I can fold ya. Told you from the gate, never been about no play. Get it on the go, they never been known for no delay. The game should be sold, not to be told. Keep your mouth shut, don't have to break the mold. Mac needs.
Break the work down, it's fence the move. Push that work out, I distribute. Break the work down, it's fence the move. Push that work out, I just distribute. A young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor.
I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. You know I'm the boy, get money's what I'm used to.
Keep you straight from the gate, so I don't confuse ya. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'ma make noise, shout to my producer. I'm an entertainer, but I ain't here to amuse ya. Yeah, fuck with shooters and they all fucking users. Come through, wake that ass up like a rooster, hella early in the morning. Early bird gets a worm. Finna get rich for 'em, food for the worms. Cutting cocaine, dropping whole things. It's a cold game, make you run your gold chain. Hungry, but I'm moving in a keto state. For sure, beat the price on the keys in your state. Catch me running up a tire, fucking up a bag. Make me wonder how long will a good thing last. On my Curtis Mayfield, live a life I can't chill. Push a man, pushing packs, all I do is make squeal. Keep it 100, I'm just numb, yo, I can't feel none of these suckers when they say they real. Stacking Uber cash, I'm an out-of-state supplier. Random Uber man, here to get away drive. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the... As I make my way, The fact I'm still alive, my claim to fame. It's no surprise I'm on a rise, finna stake my claim. Separate me from the others, cause we ain't the same. Ask my brothers from another, we ain't for play. Time is money, so we got no time to waste. Soon as this thing's moving, it can't be stopped. Blue bands in my pocket, call that juggernaut.
In the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Use your life together.
You know the stat quo. Finna get a bag, bustin' down that blow. Out of Eastside Ho, what they know my name.
What up, what up? Fantasy Football Hustler back at ya. And Bogey is behind the scenes somewhere. We'll just leave him in the background until he gets back out here. Let's see who's up in the chat right now. And what up, Niner MMA? Derek, salute. Emil, what up, what up? Shout out to Toronto. What up, Bakes? Joe said even Moss is watching this stream trying to figure it out. There we go. Smash that like button, peeps. What up, Dennis? What's going down? Tino, what up? Just ordered the most fire jersey ever. I got a Squints Sandlot jersey. Nice. Nice. And Ed Tay in the house. What up, what up? Tino said I also ordered a Brock Purdy voodoo doll. I bet you did. And here goes Bogey in the house. What up?
You know what? I'm just gonna kill Dak straight up. You play with your voodoo doll. I'm just gonna murder Dak. and you don't want me to do it? I'll kill Cooper Rush while I'm at it. You know who you're gonna be left with. Don't make it.
You know what's funny about that is Lance is actually like this is the piece that they've been missing to like beat the 49ers, right? They are racking Lance's brain so he could get all the intel.
They're like, okay, Lance, tell us what's going on in this play right here. So I get the ball, right? I look for a receiver to throw it at, right? No, Lance, we're asking you. I think this is a read option right here. Like, this is why they traded him to us. This guy's a fucking idiot.
Wendell, what up, homie? All right, shout out to the Trap House. And Tino said, leave Dakota alone, sir.
He says, leave him alone when he's trying to voodoo doll curse my motherfucking Brock.
And, oh, man, Tino said Lance got all the info. Now, do you think Lance is good enough to play Purdy in practice?
No. This guy, listen, Lance is not good enough to play, period. Hello? And see, I don't think anybody's talking about there's a QB competition between him and Cooper fucking Rush, is there?
Nope.
Nobody's saying that.
No, it's not even about that, though. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying, is Lance good enough to be like, remember, who was the dude for the, remember on the Raiders Bucks? Like, there was a QB who was like, oh, I'm going to be exactly this person in practice, get everybody ready for it.
You mean Rich Gannon? He would the fucking what's his name? John Gruden posed as Rich Gannon because they didn't switch the playbook for real, and it was the same exact playbook from the year prior when Gruden was there with Gannon.
Exactly.
And who couldn't have guessed they were going to do Spider Y2 Banana? Duh.
And what I'm saying is, do you think Lance is good enough to play Purdy? Like, does he know enough of his isms to play Purdy to get the Cowboys ready to go against Purdy? Like an advantage, anyways. Like giving that advantage.
You know what's crazy? Like Lance, he doesn't. I mean, like he wasn't even around the team as much as people think. This guy was like in rehab more than he was ever on the practice or the actual field. You know what I mean?
He's always hurt.
Yeah, like I mean, maybe he studied a bunch. Maybe he studied a bunch of Jimmy film.
Okay.
I don't think he's studying too much Brock tape when he was hurt last year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And real quick, guys, for those who are Patreon members, if you're already there, make sure you download the Patreon app. They've added a couple new features over there. So now there's actually like just like a full-blown chat like over there that we can use. It's a lot easier to interact with the posts and stuff now. So everybody just go download the Patreon app, and we're pretty much treating that like the 420 crew social media. So anyone who's not over there, I would recommend joining up. You can actually join for free. What I'm going to start doing, because they didn't allow this forever. Like you had to be a member to see anything. Now, at least for like the YouTube shows that we're doing, I'm going to make those available for everyone. So if someone like, if you don't get notifications on YouTube when the show's going live, download Patreon, join for free. That's the only thing you'll get notifications about, but at least you will get the notifications about the show.
You're just trying to piss people off, aren't you? You're just trying to tag them in things. Is that what you're trying to do here?
This is signing up to be tagged.
Stop tagging me. I signed up because I wanted to, bro, not to be tagged.
But yeah, there's Patreon's got a couple new cool features over there, so definitely going to be using the app more than we have in the past. So 420crew.org, go join the crew. All right. Let's see. Okay. I mean, the big news on the day, I feel, it's not even the trade news. It's the Cooper Kupp, Jonathan Taylor news, because that's what everyone is clamoring to right now. Is Cooper Kupp going to play in week 5? Is Jonathan Taylor going to play in week 5? I'm on the side of no, at least with Cooper Kupp. And well, I mean, with both really. But so Kupp said he's doing everything that he can to push to play. But he is he's not showing that he's getting up to his max speed just yet.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
I mean, what's max speed? 25 miles an hour?
Well, I mean, 88. I mean, I think Cooper Kupp could get up to 88 miles an hour and take it all the way back to the future. I mean, only him and Sean McVay, I feel, know what full speed actually is for him, and if his hammy is getting a little tight when he's trying to reach, that gear.
Yeah, you can't really, you can't hurt the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't reaggravate. He's already re-aggravated it one time this offseason. So
yeah. And Emil said, "So you're telling me there's a chance?" Yeah. We're definitely. It's not ruled out. That's for sure. I'd say as of right now.
What time is their game?
They got the 1:00 game. I think those extra 3 hours make that big of a difference. Like, I mean, that's going to be the tipping point on him playing or not playing.
It's annoying because you might, they might not rule. I mean, I'm pretty sure they'll say if he's playing or not by Saturday night. How about that?
Let's hope that we hear it. Well, because they would still have to take him off the puck.
Exactly. That is a good point. I mean, have we ever seen someone get removed off of it and then not play?
It has to be the day before, though. But you have to do it the day before. They can't do it like day of.
Yeah.
Fucking Derek. Huss, don't disturb me when you're cleaning my room.
Motherfucker's holding the vacuum in his hand.
Oh, man. And then, but the same thing with Jonathan Taylor. I think people are moving right now and making trades based on that these guys are 100% playing this week. And I don't think we should be moving like that just yet. There's a slight chance that both of these guys play, but it's more realistic that they're practicing for 2 full weeks before they actually play.
Yeah. Or Jonathan Taylor, learn the system, maybe?
Maybe. I mean, shit, the 3 weeks. I mean, it's crazy how the 3 weeks lines up with right before the trade deadline.
I mean, you got to get him. You got to show him a little bit. You know what I mean?
I don't think so, though. You think so? You think that he actually needs to be shown in a game?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I think people seen enough. I mean, passing a guy like Jonathan Taylor Come on, man. He's already been in the league 4 years.
Yeah, but like no one's ever seen him coming off of injury like that, except for last year, and it didn't look too good. So I'd say I would want to take.
We got hurt right away. So I mean, I don't know. They probably brought him back too quick, is what it was.
It was like a different injury, wasn't it?
You know what? I really can't remember.
Yeah, like he went from like a knee to like a high ankle, I think, or it was like an ankle to a high. I don't know. Fuck him.
What up, Lil Weezy? All right, Lil Weezy made it back on Twitch. Hell yeah, we're always here multiple times a day. And don't forget, we got the H-Town Huddle coming back at 7 o'clock West Coast time, 10 Eastern. Peacock going to be in the building, handling biz.
Yeah.
Tino said, I plan on losing the Super Bowl usually, Dennis. I'm like the Jim Kelly of fantasy football. Because even when you lose in fantasy football, you usually win. I mean, at least money anyways.
Second place is the first loser. I'm just saying.
Second place is the only loser who just like gets money. I mean, the loser gets money. How about that? I'll tell you. I mean, I know a bunch of people who like they love bragging about their second, their second place finishes.
The guys have never won.
Yeah.
You know, those are the same guys who be like, they find the other guy that didn't make the playoffs. They go, at least I made the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, you lost though, didn't you?
But at least I made it, bro. At least I was there.
You didn't. Ha.
That's all it is.
We're both fishing together right now, bro.
At the end of the day, it's really just about proving that you're better than your friends, you know? So if it's a friend who didn't make the playoffs, they're trying to talk shit, make sure to rub that in their face.
I was just telling my man Hinnock, because he said something very similar to that. He said, you know, something about the East Side League is just like, I like beating my friends. I said, they're not my friends though, Hinnock. I said, yeah, Tino, you, Steamboat, Steven, Johnson, everybody else, fuck them all, bro. Fuck them.
Yeah, but still, you're telling me that like if you and Steamboat faced each other in the championship and you beat them, that wouldn't be a special, championship?
Listen, man, fantasy guys don't like arrogance, man. But I will say this, man. If and when I win championships, because I've won like dozens, here's the thing. They're all faceless names to me. They all just get erased and fade off into the obscurity. And they just will only be remembered as that year's victim to my title reign.
And Wendell said,
"It's great for me when I lose." No one goes, "Oh man, bro! Remember when Steamboat beat the fuck out of Bogard, bro?"
Yeah, that's true. You know who always comes around to try to remind me? It's that damn Killer Clowns.
I'm playing him this week.
It's funny because he still hasn't won the Green Bowl. Before his league kind of collapsed, I did win his league in mightily fashion too. I just whooped the shit out of everybody that year.
I remember you pulled that one up one time. I remember seeing that one.
It was a Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson. Was it 2018?
It was 17.
No, couldn't have been 17.
Oh yeah, 18. My bad.
Yeah. It was probably the 18 year, yeah. And it was led by DeAndre Hopkins, Patrick Mahomes, and Watson. Killed everybody that year.
Crazy IDP there too. Who was it?
Fuck, I can't remember because I convinced him to add IDP. There was only like 5 spots or something like that. At least he created it though. Yeah, and it was single QB like 2 years before that. I was like, come on, man, stop being a bonus hole. We got to get this to Superflex. And then the second year that it was in Superflex, that year it was the second year that he did Superflex. And the reason why I didn't go back into it is because there was this one bitch ass motherfucker who was talking mad shit who I don't even fuck with anymore, and he didn't even pay. So like, Killer Clowns ended up paying for him. And but yeah, it was just some bullshit, man. I was pissed. I was like, man, I'm not coming back next year. You got to get new people in here. And it was only going to be an 8-man league too. It all failed. It crumbled.
Is Killer Clowns a big fan of Tech 9?
I don't know.
Okay.
Not sure. And let's see what Wendell said here about Corduroy Pimpin' Patterson. How do you feel about him as a future investment? I don't think too highly
Do
of
you
it.
get return, man? Do you get points for return yards? Because that's what he's finna be. Maybe a here and there receiver in the rotation. Maybe a couple of snaps out of the backfield. Maybe, but
and even that, if there's no like designated like return person on your team, which there probably never is, fuck that. Like, why would you play a guy like him? Yeah, Emil said Corduroy Patterson waste of a roster spot. I mean, we have 50-something roster spots in our dynasty, and like that's pretty much the only like type of league I would even consider rostering him in.
It's crazy because some of my teams have like 5 or 6 spots open every week because I just refuse to hold motherfuckers I'll probably never use.
Yeah.
Right? Like, oh, the backup linebacker, if like, you know what I mean? But like outside of that, I just don't, you know what I mean? Like, and then there's like some of my teams like in 13, it's like I can't even drop no one. Like everyone's usable to a degree. You know what I mean?
Dude, the guy I've had to get rid of all those guys that are like backups, and I'm hoping that someone gets hurt before I use them because, like, man, I think they're like more usable than them right now.
You feel me?
Yeah. So, yeah, and even like Cleveland, they would be like, I was like all the ones who I would like, we would house. They're like backups.
Yeah, like all their linebackers just to see who it is, and then they all don't work. So it's like, yep, get rid of all of them.
I dropped them all. Like maybe
I'm still holding on to like JOK because it's like
I dropped Chad Muma in a couple spots.
And I saw Bernie Mac pick him up.
Yeah, the week before fucking Lloyd went out because I was just like, oh man, like I can't house this backup right now. Like I have way too many. I know he's gonna come in, but I can't house this backup right now.
Yeah, he might not feel so bad. He's probably only useful for like another month, another week.
Man, this is ridiculous. I didn't even realize I had my shit updated, and it didn't.
You know, I can't stand it when my shit updates too.
Why didn't? Do I sound different now than I just did like 10 seconds ago?
Yep.
Yeah, it's because it was fucking. It wasn't even on the mic. When after it updated, it turned it back to like the default settings.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
It was my whole Mac that updated. I guess it. Yeah.
Testes. One, two.
I wonder how long it was like that.
I don't know. I could
I've been a day or two
now, but it didn't sound bad. It just sounds better now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the internal mic is pretty good on the Macs.
Yeah.
And Lil Weezy said, should I start Goddard or Ferguson this week? The hell the Eagles play? The Rams?
It's probably
I'm just gonna go Goddard. Fuck Ferguson. I don't like him, so I'm just never gonna recommend him. And stay true.
I like it. Don't never falter.
Yeah. So
I'm probably giving the wrong recommendation right now because I'm trolling us.
I'll always just give that. There's gonna be people I'm never gonna recommend, but I'll tell you that I'm not, so you can make your own independent decision on those peeps. But I do think Goddard should be a little bit decent versus the Rams either way.
It just sucks, man. This guy misses out on a fantasy party.
Pedro, I give up Ayuk, AJ Brown, Josh Jacobs, 49ers defense. I get Barkley, JT, Keenan Allen, Cowboys defense. Would you do this? Fuck no.
Fuck no.
Hell no.
Here's the winning team. Give me the losing team. and the best guys on a bye week. So, you know, maybe I take a L this week. Cowboys also playing the Niners. Like, you're all right. You're all right.
No way. Don't falter.
Stay with Ayuk and that side.
Don't change shit around.
Yeah.
Who else we got? Hey, Marty. What up, homie? And I said, what's up, fellas? I'm in Toronto tonight taking my daughter to the – who's SZA? Who's that?
SZA.
To what? What is it? Okay.
SZA. She's dope.
Tight.
Yeah. I'm so mature. I need a therapist. And she writes her own shit too. She on some killing shit, bro. I like her. A lot of drugs, a lot of crimes of passion.
Nice.
Yeah. A lot of fucking.
Matt said his Kupp plan. And no, probably not. So we don't know. That's still up in the air. But a lot of people think that he's 1,000,000% playing no matter what. That's not the case. So all we're trying to do is make sure that people know it's kind of like a 50-50 shot. And we literally got to keep monitoring practice all the way. And he still needs to be activated from the pup because all they did was open up the 21-day window of when he can be activated so he could get back to practice.
Yep.
And Derek said, I knew you were going to say killer clowns. Yeah, he's, some people just like to see the world burn. St. Louis fan said, good afternoon. I'm looking to move Chase. What kind of running back should I be looking for? I mean, shit, Chase just balled the fuck out. Like, I mean, I don't want to trade him, but you better be looking at only top tier guys after Chase balled.
What did Jamar Chase just do?
I mean, shit, wasn't that it was one
the best game? It's the best game he had. Yeah, I just wanted to know what he did.
Yeah, it was like let me see, it was like 145.
Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and take Chase. Go right after seeing.
Oh no! That was the week before. My bad. That was the week before. This past week was the 7 for 9 and 73 yards.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go take. Let's take Chase plus and go get CMC, and then when they get upset of the audacity, move on to the next guy. Let's go get Ken Walker plus. I feel like I can do Ken Walker plus for Chase plus, and I feel like I can get a good plus on Walker and give like a okay plus with Chase.
Amiibos are fun. So just made a PPR trade. Brees and Amon for Jacobs and Chase.
I like that.
I kind of like it too.
I like the Chase side.
I think I do like it. One thing that I will say though, timing's probably a little bit off on that because they said moving forward, Brees is not going to be on a snap count or like anything like at all.
I would say I just don't believe anyone anymore.
Well, no, I mean,
I know. I like to hear that. I have a ton of Brees.
I guess he did come. He did come from the Shanahan school of coach speak. So I mean, that is
liars.
But I believe it though, and I believe it because Dalvin Cook is trash for one, and that's really the main reason. Like Brees is looking okay out there, and I can only imagine how good he would do if he gets, I don't know, 15 or 20% more opportunities than he's getting right now. Doesn't even have to be like a double or triple in the workload.
Yeah, especially against this matchup, the Broncos.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this would be the matchup to not trade him before. Like he's going to get so much extra value if he goes out there and has a Brees game. Let's see. And Saif, should I trade Laporta, Stevenson, J Love, Dell for Waller, Hopkins, Rashad, Trevor Lawrence? Nah, it's just way too much for way too much. Like swap teams at that point. Like is his team not much better than yours?
I don't know. Whenever I look at a trade like this, I almost just want the players that are producing more right now. Because like it's not like a massive difference. Like I could look at the players that you could always look. We have 4 weeks of data right now. Like who favorable matchups coming up, you know what I mean? What bye weeks are coming up? Like, it's just I kind of want the guys that are producing right now.
And all you do when you put together these random like 4 for 4, all you do is take the value away of the top heavy guys in there.
Mm-hmm. If I have the best player in the deal, I'm not giving up the same amount of players. That's just how it's gonna be. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Like why? Why make it even? You know?
Yeah, because it's never going to be even, no matter what. Never going to be even.
It shouldn't be. If it was even, be like, okay, I like your team better. You like mine better? Let's switch.
Yeah, it's just swap.
Things even, right?
And I just always feel like my team is just always going to be better. In redraft, that's what we're talking. I mean, unless you have a shitload of injuries, then you're just kind of fucked either way. But we're talking about a team that hasn't had massive amounts of injuries. Like, you just stay the course, man. Don't trade for a whole other team.
Yeah, and Waller ruins that side.
Yeah, he's like the first player mentioned too, so I already didn't like it.
I didn't even remember the other names after that.
Yeah, I already didn't like it with Waller going in the mix. And Niner MMA, would you trade Eckler for Lamar, DK, and Lamar? Is it Lamar or DK and Waller? A little confused about that. I have Dak at QB. Other running backs are Pacheco, Hall, Pierce. DK becomes a starter with Kupp and St. Brown. Okay, so I guess it's Eckler for 3 then. I guess it's Eckler for Lamar, DK, and Waller.
When Kupp comes back, you mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I think people are quick. I've seen this a lot in the past couple hours. People that have Kupp, they're like, okay, I have this other good receiver, right? Good as fuck. Super good. I'm going to trade him. You know why? Because I have Kupp. Okay, when? They said he's practicing. All right. How many points do we get in that? How many practice points you get in that format? You know what I mean?
Yeah, we just gotta chill on Kupp. It's gonna
be trading the Kupp. You know? Why is it the other way around?
There's more uncertainty there.
I'd rather jump off that Kupp train right now. And like, if you waited that long, touche. Like, you know, and especially if you have a winning record holding on to Kupp. Good for you. Same thing for the JT. Like, maybe to see that out or move those pieces. Don't like hurt your other team because you have these guys that you've been waiting on to come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially like, I mean, do you think it's smart to play Kupp in like, you know, the first initial game that he comes back?
I would
from a hamstring.
I'm not disciplined enough.
I mean, it depends on who you have. If it's an easy decision, like you got nobody else. But you know, a lot of people who ask advice, they're playing in 10-man leagues, you know, and like there's a lot of depth on a lot of people's benches.
That's a good point.
And then let's see. Dennis said, any news on on Higgins? Yeah, because he's questionable. He's not officially out. Let me go see. Did he get in a limited? Yeah, so he didn't even practice today. I don't know why. See, that's what's kind of dumb. Is like I don't understand why a player gets changed from out to questionable if they don't practice. That's one of the parts of these formats that I don't really understand. Maybe it's just easier to do it that way.
I don't know. I mean, fractured ribs.
He ain't playing this week. I don't know why that they just have him as questionable though. Maybe because he's not on the IR, I guess.
Yeah.
Reason.
I mean, yeah. I mean, and then there's guys like Debo don't practice all week and he gets in there as a decoy. It's like if Higgins goes, you don't play him, maybe. You know what I mean? And he's already been bad when he was healthy this year. So
he's not playing with a fucking fractured rib because if I was a DB, I'd be punching him in that shit all fucking day. And like, of course, every DB would be thinking that same thing. Why wouldn't you?
Every time you catch the ball, you just pat him on the side, get shit, man.
Probably wouldn't even throw him the ball, right? Because if he doesn't catch it with his hands, if he catch it anywhere on his body, this is gonna fucking hurt.
You can't throw him no 50-50. You go out there like this. Like, no.
I mean, why wouldn't everybody do that, right? If he's going up for a ball like that, just tackle him right in the ribs instead of going for the legs.
Yeah.
Everybody would do that. And Ed Tay said Jay Waddle and B. Robinson for Keenan Allen. So Bijan, Brian, both of them are balling.
Yeah, and then Waddle, it sucks he hasn't really done anything this year yet, and he missed a game already. But like, why are we treating Waddle as a throw-in right there?
Doesn't it suck to give up 2 players this week for a player that's not even playing this week? Like, that's another thing that just kind of sucks with like the timing.
Do you know that Keenan Allen's on a bye week?
You know what? It's funny. Like, I've actually seen like multiple like Twitter, like people like, oh, who would you rather have this week? Keenan Allen, X or Y, Z or whatever. I was like, what the fuck? Why are these guys even mentioning this?
I'm a big fan of trading for like players like that are on a bye week, but like it has to work out as far as like that player who has a Keenan Allen or that manager has to be doing bad.
Yeah, and I'm not overpaying for a guy who's on a bye either. That person would be trading them because they really, really need the points for that week.
Getting a player that you're not going to use for 1 week, bringing over 2 players that you won't eventually have for 1 week when they go on their bye. Like I'm also another big fan of like, you know, if I don't need that player like a Keenan Allen this week and I could somehow trade for him, then that's a come up. You got him the rest of the way theoretically.
And we got from our man Justin Yates over here. He said in an IDP, Will Anderson versus the Falcons or Jalen Phillips versus the Giants. I mean, come on. Like, I feel like I want to play just every pass rusher versus the Giants moving forward.
I guess you just got to like monitor Jalen Phillips, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because we don't know if he's going to play or not. I mean, they still didn't give us too much info on his injury.
And if he doesn't play the Van Ginkles.
Yeah, give Van Ginkles.
It goes crazy.
Yeah. Almost hope that Jalen Phillips doesn't play this week. I have so much more Van Ginkel at this point. Like, yeah, Jalen Phillips take a week off, extra heal up, let Van Ginks get like 2 or 3 sacks. Sackles, I said.
We like the sackles.
Get both all in one.
Yeah. I mean, it's a solo tackle, right? A sackle.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what I mean? A tackle. How about this? Why don't they get the ball out quicker, huh? They just don't know how to change it, huh?
Pesos is dumb.
Yeah, he's just a dumbass.
He's a kid. Kids are stupid. And let's see, just 2 roster spots for LB.
We're really nailing the analysis today. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh yeah, it's on point. And he said 2 roster spots for LB, 10-man league. I drafted Nick Bolton and CJ Mosley, but Bolton nursing the injury. I have him on the bench. I've just been streaming matchups, so I'm thinking of taking a risk. Oh, because both of those guys are linebackers only on Yahoo or ESPN, more than likely.
Damn.
Well, who else is available over there? I mean, I know it's kind of tough, but this is another reason why you guys want to join the 420 crew if you can, if it's feasible, because then you can just message me throughout the day, getting way more answer than just here on the show, sending screenshots of teams, waivers, things like that. But yeah, who else is there?
You sign up, we'll make sure you eat the right breakfast.
There you go.
Yeah, the right breakfast to get your win that week.
Med Cali said, love your channel, bro. 420, go Chargers. Hey, there we go. Hey. I'm not a Charger fan, but I don't hate on anybody who cheers for any teams.
How does it go? Charge. Right? Something like that.
Yeah. There we go. The Viking Queen. All hail the Viking Queen.
All hail the Viking Queen.
Said, loving the analysis today, as usual. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
Yeah, shout out to the Queen.
And let me see. Let's jump over. Sorry if I didn't answer. We're going to skip. Get back to the news here real quick. And so we talked about Cooper Kupp. We talked about JT. How about the Chargers charging it up? So the New England Patriots, they do not extend J.C. Jackson a couple years ago. What do the Chargers do? They say, we got this kid, Herbert. We're going to spend a shitload of money on defense.
Give me trade for Khalil Mack, not Roquan, by the way.
A second rounder. We're going to trade for Khalil Mack.
We're going to give up a first, though, and got Roquan. But let's not do that.
No.
Let's get Khalil Mack so he could play the Raiders twice a year, right? And then let's go get that kid J.C. Jackson because New England doesn't want him. And it's not like New England has a history of moving on from players that should get paid. Why, though? Maybe they know something we don't. Yeah, let's go get J.C. Jackson and give him that bag that New England should have paid him.
5 years, $78 million. And what did New England do? They waited until all his guaranteed money was up. Yep. And now they didn't even, what did they trade for him? They swapped late round picks. Like Chargers just wanted him off of the team and they're eating all that money.
They knew he had the gun. Listen, I'm telling you, the evil emperor, he's doing some of his finest work, bro. Made sure that gun charge stuck. You know what I mean? Let me go ahead and get him off your hands now.
Yeah, and he's like, man, you know, this case that you're fighting, it's over here on the East Coast, just a lot easier for you to be over here. And Chargers are idiots.
We got all the, Robert Kraft, he could easily send a lifetime of Kraft mac and cheese to the judge. We'll get this thing cleared up. That's what they traded him for. They traded him for a year's supply of Kraft mac and cheese. Not even a lifetime.
I know, like they couldn't even hold out. He's the owner of Kraft mac and cheese. I would have been holding out for the lifetime supply. And so now on the other side of this, now them going out for JC Jackson. This isn't just because they needed to go out and bring a guy back who played here before. It's because all these DBs going down. Christian Gonzalez, torn labrum. They said he's likely to miss the rest of the season.
Damn. Isn't that funny too? They didn't see this how good New England is. If they're not mandated till Wednesday, we don't even know it's that bad till today.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, he's hurt. What? Torn fucking labrum, bro.
And it was a tell them going and getting JC Jackson yesterday, but we still don't even hear about the Gonzalez news until like right now. And they still said he's likely to miss the remainder. They didn't say he's for sure missing the rest of the season.
They're like, until he gets that surgery.
Yeah, he was doing good out there. He was really holding it down. And I mean, they got him for what? Potentially 5 years if they keep his fifth year, right? So we're going to see a lot more of this kid in the future. And as far as fantasy goes, okay. As far as like fantasy, like went for him, he wasn't necessarily the best, but he was a guy who was making some big plays in a couple games. He was like, he did good in 2 games, did bad in 2 games as far as like fantasy goes. And Tino, let's go check the Bills injury report real quick for you. And check in on Poyer. He got in a limited practice. Poyer got in a limited practice today. And let's see, did he practice at all last week? Let's see. Yeah, see, he did not practice at all last week, Poyer. So he nursing the knee injury. So that is already that is already a step in the right direction. All right, let's see the other news that we got over here. So we already mentioned, if you guys didn't hear, Breece Hall will not be on the snap count moving forward, is what Robert Saleh said. Let's see. Ooh, let's get over here. Mike McCarthy said that Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, and Micah Parsons are all limited today. The only one that he said is good to go for Sunday is Parsons. Zach Martin has an ankle and a quad injury, and Tyron Smith has a knee injury. So that's just something we're going to be monitoring throughout the week because, I know there's a bunch of people who are going to be dependent on Tony Pasta. If he's missing those 2 guys, got to downgrade him a tiny bit. And I'm sure you'll be hearing this on the H-Town Huddle tonight, but let's throw it out there. 2 offensive linemen are back for the Houston Texans, at least back at practice anyways. Laramie Tunsil, Titus Howard. We need that for Pierce.
Sure do.
We need it.
Good old Piercy.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's see. What else we got here? Greg Russo, not practicing today. Definitely going to have to monitor that. Great matchup for him. I don't know why this needed to be clarified, but Josh McDaniels came out and said that Jimmy Garoppolo is the team starter when he's healthy.
I mean, because what's his name was so whack.
Yeah. Everyone should have just, known that by watching the game. Eagles signed Bradley Roby, cornerback over there. Kind of decimated in the secondary. That's why teams have been able to throw on them so much.
I know there's a correlation there. Can't think of it right now though.
Okay. Barkley, limited in practice, doing some team reps for the first time in a few weeks. Randy Gregory been released by the Broncos. Do the Cowboys go and try to go pick him up for the cheap? We shall see.
If I was him, I'm trying to go to the Chiefs. Someone who could probably use do the Chiefs still have Frank Clark?
I don't think so.
No, right? They're missing another guy there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And whether there was a Carlos Dunlap or somebody, they need, you know what I mean? Frank Clark really did it for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, just another guy you can rotate in and out.
Let's see. Von Miller So they opened up his 21 day today.
Mm-hmm.
This news says that he's expected to return to practice next week. So I wonder why they'd open it today.
Probably because they intend on getting him. Maybe he's ahead of schedule. Maybe that's what it is.
All right. Here, this is something you're going to be talking about on the H-Town Huddle for sure. CJ Stroud. Only rookie in NFL history to not throw an INT in his first 4 games and have over 1,000 yards.
You want to know how I knew famous Jameis was going to be infamous Winston?
How's that?
His first fucking play of his career was a pick. And I wonder if it was a pick 6, but it was against Tennessee. It was like both rookies that year, the 1 and 2 overall pick, him and Mariota. And Jameis came back to win that game too. But yeah, he threw a big old greasy pick. First play of his career. Gotta love it. Look at how his career turned out. I think CJ Stroud not throwing a pick first 4 games. The kid might be on his way, man. Seems pretty good.
Yeah, Jameis Winston. He ain't looked back ever since.
Nope.
Keeps doing the same shit.
As advertised.
Let's see. Amon-Ra limited in practice today. Why is there so many people who are like, Amon-Ra's not playing this week, huh? Like, what's going on?
Maybe they kick it with him? I don't know. I'm like, yeah, I mean, like, they just don't even practice him. Just keep him as fresh as possible. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, does he even need practice?
Nah.
I like him. Come on.
Yeah, come on. He did nonstop training with his dad. See, his dad's buffer than a motherfucker.
So even though they're playing on Monday, we're still getting info about Luke Musgrave, Watson, Aaron Jones, Jair Alexander, that they're all out there practicing in some form on what is to be considered their Tuesday.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Who's playing Monday? Oh, it's the Raiders. Yeah.
Raiders and Packers. Yeah. Okay, so Freiermuth, doubtful to play this week. So already better be making moves about him. This is a little crazy. Kenny Pickett is practicing today, and he said that he's playing on Sunday.
But he'll never say why he wears 2 gloves, will he? Oh, how's the knee? It's great. Yeah, I'm playing this week. Why 2 gloves? Oh, well, why not? Trying to compensate for something? Huh?
Oh, man. Tino, he was like, remember when Chris Jones ran the 40? What was his 40? Yeah. It was 5:04, and then he did like a belly slide.
Tight.
I don't think it was on purpose.
Damn.
It was like the Titus O'Neil where he was like running all the way down to the Royal Rumble, and then he trips and goes like just straight underneath the whole ring and everything. That was like the funniest shit ever. Oh, Tino said his dick popped out of his shorts.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I
was gonna say,
I didn't see that, nor was I looking for it.
Yeah, I don't think I can unremember that actually. Now that he reminded me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, motherfucker's running and that thing just flops right out. Hello.
While he was running?
I mean, he was going so fast. 5:04.
Tino said I took a dive to cover it. And Tino said, watch it. I literally did just watch it. I didn't see it happen. Wasn't looking at his dick, though, either.
Yeah.
And Doug said, show them tacos. Oh, man, but that's funny. That's why he took the dive. So he did fall on purpose.
That's funny, though. I mean, just wear a jockstrap, bro. I guess that's better than like Gardner Minshew when he ran his 40. He was wearing nothing but a jockstrap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he did like more like a strut. He came in at like 9:03 or something like that, just strutting.
That's and all.
You know.
Dennis said redraft, single QB. In other words, a vanilla league. Would you send B-Rob, Devontae Adams, and Kupp for Tyreek Hill and David Montgomery?
If I could afford to do that, maybe. Kind of like where you're at already.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess if I saw the rest of his team, I'd be like, oh yeah, you could do this. But then also like, I mean, I guess this is one of the only times to buy a Tyreek Hill.
It's like B-Rob for David Montgomery and then Adams and Kupp for Tyreek.
It's a little much.
Kind of, right?
I mean, maybe we could do like this
isn't like tearing up because you got to trade 2 potentially top tier wide receivers for 1 top tier wide receiver. And I mean, B-Rob's been better than Montgomery minus this last crazy blow up week. Like, I mean, B-Rob's been the more consistent guy.
Jamal Williams, 17 tugs last year.
Yeah.
Monty Burns pacing for 26. Let's go.
Let's do I
want it to happen.
Hell yeah, man. Give it to us.
It's going to fuck up all my Jared Goffs in fantasy because Jared Goff is going to lead them down there. And go ahead, Monty, do your thing.
And Axel said my roster is so bad. I got Love and Wilson as the QBs, Ford, Walker, Akers, Gibson, and then Chase, AJ Brown, Higgins, and Ayuk.
All right. You're okay.
I've seen way worse teams than that.
Yeah. Thug it out, bro. You're going to be all right.
Yeah, being 1-3 sucks, but
yeah, and then you probably only need to start 2 running backs. So that's just as long as you start your 2 healthy running backs, your 2 best ones on a week-to-week basis, and that flex, you're playing 3 out of those 4 receivers. I'm assuming, or I'm hoping it's a 3 wide set with a flex. You play all 4 of them bad motherfuckers.
It's funny. Joe said, Chris Jones said he didn't know the spandex shorts were just boxers and everyone had to wear pants. Huh.
I don't know. Sounds like a Hollywood audition, doesn't it? Let me see you run this 40. And
there's a lot of dick watching out there. That's all
there is, huh?
Because I watched that.
Gary Cruz started blowing the whistle, didn't he?
I didn't see nothing happen like over there, and so like now I just don't. I don't even feel right that I'm gonna go back and watch something in slow motion.
Let me
like,
just make sure.
Look at someone's cock, like.
No matter what, everybody's seen cock. At least, and even I'm telling you, and whose cock we've all seen. That fucking guy when you click that link, he just adds
that was like the COVID cock right there. Everybody's seen him.
That motherfucker was the most famous cock I've ever known, bro.
Remember, he was so famous that he had one of those light switch things, where the little light switch is like the cock. What were the light switch covers or whatever the fuck those are called?
It's just him there right there.
And you got to grab it every time to turn the light on or off.
It's one of those that you got to actually click the link, right, to turn the light on. It's him.
Joe said, yeah, no one told him he had to put pants on. It's because it's all the white guys like that. Nobody wanted to tell him we see your cock, all right? Everyone's like, oh man,
they're all
that might kill me.
It's put your cock away, maybe.
Big said, second most famous cock. I own the first. Famous in its own right, I'm sure.
See, I'm pretty sure y'all have seen my cock, right? It's the one that was floating around a couple years ago. I never claimed it. It was definitely mine. It was the one that had the sunglasses on him. You know what I'm saying? He was at all the parties just cooling. You know what I mean? You had a mask on. You know what I mean?
I still remember so many random dick jokes from, not even dick jokes, just stupid sayings from Jimmy Kimmel and Adam Carolla when they were doing the Man Show. Yeah, and I still remember it was so funny. They were like, what do you do when your penis just hits the water, and you sit down to take a dump? And Adam was like, I don't know about you guys, but I just throw mine over my shoulder, keep it nice and dry.
Yeah.
Oh man, these guys are fucking idiots.
Yeah, it usually means they have a small cock when they keep talking about it.
Or the Eddie Murphy fucking when the girl goes down to Jamaica.
Swinging
Dex
lady.
comes around just swinging his dick.
Swinging the bike off.
Oh man.
Go catch it. Pretty lady.
Man, yeah, you got to wait until we get to the league. There's a guy, I forget what the hell his name is, but pretty much the whole thing is he's like, my dick's so big, I gotta like just I gotta unroll it like a fire hose here, and then we're just gonna throw it on you. And
Hey, real talk though, there's the Guinness, like, you know, like when you're young and you get on the internet, you start like, you go down the rabbit holes, and we were going down all this Guinness World Record shit, right? And then my man said, hold on, biggest cock in the world, right? And it was this dude, right? He's hella old, and he was in a wheelchair, and he had his leg up like this.
oh man,
Because he has to have his cock aligned to his leg, bro. And like, if he was to get aroused at any point, he'll just pass out, bro. He's so old at this point that if he was to get one going, all that blood go to that shit, and he just pass out.
like Cheech, all the blood's rushing from my head right now. I'm gonna pass out.
And I'm telling you,
It really happens with him.
And it's sad because you start reading about the dude, you're like, damn, man, like he had no kids. It's like, damn, no one would probably fuck him either. Like, how you wouldn't just stand right there. Okay, but when I pass out, you just ride that thing, okay? It's like a javelin. You know what I mean? Just
Man, you know it's going to be a funny movie that we break down one of these times on the Silver Screen Breakdown, Orgasmo. Remember that movie?
yeah, that was
Matt Parker, Trey Stone,
yeah.
and it was the Mormon guy who was doing pornos, but it was because he was like a crazy, like jujitsu karate guy, and they wanted someone real, in there. And every time that it was going to happen, like the actual sex in the video, then they would call in a stunt cock.
That's fucked up.
Every time, right before it was about to happen, I cut stunt cock, and then everyone just starts yelling it. And then the stunt cock just comes in. Hey, how you doing?
That's a good job. Hold on, let me get the phone call.
Oh man, what a classic movie! And South Sea 7-7 traded Love and Addison for Hawkinson. Sounds like a big dub right there. And then picked up Richardson off waivers. Thoughts? Yeah, he was on waivers. Well, single QB, so I'm sure there's crazier guys than that on waivers every once in a while. I mean, I don't like it. Single QB. I mean, Love. I mean, he's really nice, but I don't know. He's not a world beater or anything. So I like that tearing up to get Hawkinson. I'm assuming there's a tight end spot here. And CEO Yeti on Twitch. What up? How PPR do I play Pickens against Baltimore or take the chance on Saquon this week? I mean, this is just something if Saquon's even playing, we don't know yet. So I would say as of now, just for morale purposes, I'd put Saquon in there because I'm probably going to feel better about it. And, just a couple days go by, we'll see what happens.
I think Trubisky will take shots more than Kenny Pickett would, and I don't think Kenny Pickett plays this week.
Yeah. George Play on YouTube said, should I trade Ken Walker for Jonathan Taylor? No. Ha, the Viking Queen's laughing and said, also gross.
I know. I was like, it's funny because like we went on a total cock tangent there, didn't we?
Hey, it happens.
It's been a while, actually.
It happens sometimes. And you know what? I was listening to the Kelsey's podcast, and Travis Kelce called Jason a cocksucker. And they got some big time advertisers there. If they're able to get away with stuff like that, I'm sure we will too.
I mean, he has the power of the Swiftie Nation behind him, bro.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
I mean, no one would even know who
are they Italian?
No, I don't know. No one would even know who Travis Kelce is right now if it wasn't for Taylor Swift.
I didn't know who he was.
Oh man.
I do not know who this guy is with that mustache. But If he's like, I mean, are they Italian? Because I feel like if you're Italian, cocksucker is like, like the third word, like you learn. You know what I mean?
Maybe. Yeah.
Like as a baby.
Stokely said, fellas, I traded Brees for Kirk. I'm set at RB, Connor, Saquon, Bijan, and needed some more wide receiver help.
We're never set.
Puka, Nico, Pittman, Gabe, Hopkins, Higgins. It's crazy because I look at that and I think you're more set at wide receiver than you are at, even without Kirk.
Never set at running back, bro. They can just die. They can just die on us.
Any point. And Saquon, no guarantee that he plays this week necessarily. And Brees is about to go up against the Broncos.
Yeah, I think you're sitting pretty there.
Well, he traded away Brees for Kirk.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at it. I mean, it's just he said was it an upgrade or was it a net zero gain? I think you improved your wide receivers a little bit, but better hope that Saquon plays this.
I think you sold it at the stock value.
Yeah.
At the time. Because like one big Brees game, and then you probably get a bigger fish. Right?
And if he really goes out and balls,
you might have got a Waddle, because Waddle's been kind of bad. You know what I mean? Like
if
really
he goes out and balls against Denver, I mean that value is just skyrocketing.
Yeah, and everyone's been balling against Denver. And another thing too is like Christian Kirk. I mean, I was wrong about him so far this year. I didn't, just being the guy to have that's viable in fantasy over Ridley.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's crazy to me still.
And Roberto, what up? He said trade A-Chain and Kirk for D. Smith. Nah. Got Pollard as RB1. Reek is wide receiver 1. Kupp is wide receiver 2. Nah, I'm working that in a different way.
Fucking flies.
And Dennis, he said he had to make a big boy trade. Here it goes.
Hey, where's it at?
Dennis trades away Devontae Adams, Brian Robinson, Cooper Kupp, and he brings back Tyreek Hill and David Montgomery.
What's the rest of the team look like now?
Let's see. Where the hell is Dennis's team? So Dennis has T-Law, CMC, David Montgomery, Brandon Ayuk, Tyreek Hill, Hayden Hurst, Tyler Boyd, A-Chain, Russ Wilson, Christian Kirk. Yes, I see a trade like that, and it's like I wonder how much. Like, I don't know. This is like super even to me, and I feel like I don't know. I want him, but I wouldn't want to give up all those pieces to get him.
This is like a hindsight trade too, because like in hindsight, we'll know if Cooper Kupp, like say Cooper Kupp is gone for 2 more weeks. I think he wins that trade just based on that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because I would much rather have, it's basically giving up nothing right there.
Yeah.
Theoretically. And Cooper Kupp, it's easy to do that right now. And I'd rather do that than trade for Kupp. Right
you could literally get news tomorrow that says Cooper Kupp's playing this week.
Yeah.
So
and then it'd be
that's where this is at.
And then we still got to see, like, in hindsight, like, is he producing or does, is there a world where he comes back slow and he's like, then it just still benefits Puka more because like now they're going away from Kupp because he's not totally, you know what I mean? Like there's all kind of realm of possibilities. So I'm not mad at it because I'd rather have Tyreek Hill, and I'm not mad at having the guy who might have 26 tags, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy though. Devontae Adams, leading the NFL in targets right now.
Mm-hmm.
And him and Puka are right at the top, the list. He's got the Green Bay revenge narrative. Like, that's just something that, like, man, if I have Adams, but Jair Alexander's a little busted up. But they've also gone against each other a bunch in practice. Mm-hmm. I think that helps Devontae Adams more than it helps Jair because Jair still has to be the one who's covering him, right?
It is awesome, though, because that's one thing that, like, stayed true from the offseason take that I had on Adams is like, hey, forget him out of value because people don't like Jimmy, and he's still going to get a 30% target market share. Was he getting 38?
Yeah.
At least in that last game, that was.
No, that was for the whole season, right?
For the whole season, God,
I mean, so
That's insane, bro.
we're only 4 games in, so I mean, it's still small sample size at the end of the day. But
And he had 2 games, maybe a game and a half without Jacoby Myers. So maybe
target market share is only coming down, but like when it's coming down from 38, I mean, it could come down to 30, and we're still like happy as hell.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. I think it was a lot. I think it was a lot. But you got the best player in the deal coming back to your team, which is Tyreek Hill. And One Nation, I only watch football now because of Taylor Swift. I know, right? She has made the sport so much more popular for us. And Tina said, why don't we like Swifty on our show? Number 1 rule, draft Travis Kelce. Number 2, trade for Travis Kelce. Number 3, don't trade Travis Kelce. And Tina said Kelce is literally in the first 3 rules of the show. And really what it is, okay, like every sport will get, celebrity, spectators from time to time. Doesn't matter if it's basketball, baseball, football, whatever. We're going to get celebrity sightings. Like for basketball, though, like when we get a celebrity sighting, I mean, shit, even WWE has the celebrity sightings, right? They don't keep going back and like showing that person like before every commercial, like every single chance that they get. I think that's where the NFL is kind of failing with this. Like you show her off once during the game, maybe if Kelce scores a touchdown, you show her off again, but outside of that, like that's where it was getting a little bit crazy. And Just Us Even said, should I trade Waddle for a chain? Nah. I don't want to trade off someone like Waddle. Mike GP, what up? Which trade would you make? Love plus Watson for Waddle. Love plus Pittman for Amon-Ra. I think it would be crazy to trade Pittman before this game versus the Tennessee Titans. I would hold and not get rid of him in this game. Is that Christian Watson? I'm assuming Christian Watson. So why can't you do Love and Watson for Amon-Ra? Like that's what I'm a little bit confused about, because that's what I'd rather have. I'd rather have Amon-Ra, and I'd rather keep Pittman out of Pittman and Watson. So yeah, I'm not even doing any of these ones that you said. I'm doing Love and Christian Watson, assuming that's him, for Amon-Ra. That's the trade that I'd be sending. I don't know if that gets it done, but that's what I'd be sending. For real. And Bogey, and what I was saying about the Taylor Swift, I think the NFL is just being stupid, like fangirls, like with the cameras, just like showing Taylor Swift off like 20 times a game. Because like look at like WWE, the NBA, like everybody has celebrities there. You show the person once. If something big happens, maybe you show them again because of that, but like not before every commercial break or however often they were fucking, showing them.
Yeah, that's kind of annoying.
Her and her crew.
Yeah, it was really annoying.
And that was something that they talked about. It was funny because it was Jason Kelce who was talking about that. Travis Kelce just stays all out of the Taylor Swift talks, like all around. But he was like, yeah, it's getting a little ridiculous out there. He was like, you don't need to show her like every single like 5 minutes of the game.
Hold on, my bad. I gotta bring this charger up real quick.
Let's see. Ant Killers 99. Start 3. Pittman, Cooper Kupp, Brandon Ayuk, Jacoby Myers, Adam Thielen. I'm leaving Kupp on the bench right now because we don't even know if he's going to play as of yet. So let's just make sure you're coming back. I mean, just subscribed, or I mean, just followed on Twitch right now. But make sure you are coming back later to ask this question again. But I'm going Pittman versus the Titans, going Ayuk, and I'm going probably Adam Thielen as of now. And what Mike GP said, the guy only wants those combinations. I don't know. He's getting too specific. Because I'd rather, I mean, it should be about who you want as well. And I would just rather have I'd rather have Amon Ra. I mean, I would probably do the Love and Pittman for Amon Ra. More even though. And TS said, I hope Kupp sits this week. I hope if he's not ready to play that he sits. Because that's something that we don't want happening. We don't want Kupp to come out and then just get like hurt like right away. Like that would suck. And let's see. What up, Josh? He said, do I trade Mark Andrews and Marquise Brown for Laporta and Swift? Yeah. I don't know. This is kind of blah instead of Waller and Swift. It's kind of blah, man. Like, who else is, I mean, Andrews, I'm assuming that's your top tight end, right? Yeah, because, I mean, I know Laporta's doing better right now, but I feel like things are going to change with Laporta, especially since Jameson Williams is coming back. Legendary one, what up, bro? And Roberto, or do y'all think I can get a receiver that's considered better than D. Smith for A-Chain and Kirk? You should. I mean, you better be able to. People are clamoring for A-Chain right now. Clamoring. And TS said, playing against a Kupp owner this week, I had Puka, both of us 4-0. Yeah, I mean, if I'd rather want Kupp to play because, I mean, if he comes back right now, it seems like they're like almost like rushing him back. Stokely said, bro was cool, so we reversed the trade, Brees for Kirk. Now I plan to Hopkins, Higgins to get a Swifter Henry. I like it. And Legendary one, bro, do you think they're going to play Brees Hall this Sunday? Hell yeah, they're going to play Brees Hall this Sunday. Hell to the yeah. And Chris, we say you think J-Mo takes away from Amon Ra? Nah. I mean, maybe a target or two, but that's about it. Amon Ra, he's set. All right, let's see. What else do we got here? So Parham, he's got the wrist injury. They say he's uncertain for week 6, but the x-rays did come back negative. Pete Carroll said he expects Jamal Adams to return in week 6 versus the Bengals. Okay, so so missing at least a week. And let's see, Tyler Higbee dealing with a thumb injury. Dodson was limited in practice.
Well, obviously.
Let's see. So Mike Evans still needs to get an MRI, apparently, on his hamstring, but they're calling it a mild hamstring injury. Rico, everyone out there for the Cowboys, Rico Dowdle, he underwent an MRI, bruised hip for the kid. Mingo clears concussion protocol. He was a full go at practice. Mingo is one of those guys I think you can pick up and use in this week as well. Let's see. What else we got here? And Raheem Mostert not practicing. And that looks like, and that is it for the news today. That is fantasy news today. And let's see, Facebook user got David Montgomery, Joe Mixon, A-Chain, Kyren, Brandon Ayuk. I have to start 2 backs and 1 flex. I'm torn on who to start for my 2 backs and 1 flex. Dave Montgomery. Let me see. Joe Mixon for the versus Cardinals isn't bad. I mean, A-Chain versus the Giants. I'm probably just starting A-Chain no matter what there. And yeah, it's kind of tough. I'm going to go Monty, A-Chain. As of right now, Kyren, he's not even a full go at practice because he's nursing the hip injury. So I'll just say him out for now. Make sure you come back because we're going to be doing a whole bunch of shows between now and Sunday. And so it's between Joe Mixon or Brandon Ayuk. I think I would just go Ayuk on that and sit Joe Mixon. Super tough, though. A lot of decent options. Patty, what up? PPR trade away Hollywood for Rashad White. My wide receivers are AJ Brown, Amon-Ra, Dale Cooper. Yeah, I mean, I just don't like that. I don't like going and trading for White. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So I'd say no. What up, John? John in the house. He said, my boys got offered Tua for James Conner. I have Burrows. Would you accept that? Who's your other running backs? But more than likely, who's your other running backs, though? All right. Tina said Caleb's about to be the GOAT. L on his pace for 5,000 yards and 55 touchdowns in a 10-game season. Yeah, that'd be insane. Insane. Wendell said, I'm in a full dick 'em down league. Selma Hayek. Which Washington is that? Some Kelsey's ex, Scarlett. Kelsey's ex and Scarlett, Lucy Liu, Penelope, Megan Good, Scheisenberg, Aaron Dolan. And oh man, he said J-Lo or Katy Perry on D. Oh man. I mean, I feel like it's got to be J-Lo. I mean, what's everyone think about that? He's got to put one into the flex, J-Lo or Katy Perry. I'm going J-Lo. And we're talking when they're in their peak, in their prime. All right, let's see it. Let's see what everyone else puts in there. And see, even the Minnesota Viking Queen said, of course, it's got to be J-Lo. I mean, come on. Whether she was J-Lo, I feel like she was one of those where it was like, I hate to see you go, but I love to watch you leave type of ladies. And Crispy said it's all about that ass. It's all that's Grandpa Crispy right there. And Derek said my girl is Megan Good. There we go. What up, Marco? Tino said, give me Jenny from the block. And Minnesota Viking Queen said in prime, she still is in her prime. Yeah, well, I would say so. But yeah, I mean, we go back a little bit. You know what I mean. South Sco 650 just received this trade offer. Eckler and Sutton for his A-Chain and Smith. I don't like it. I do not like it. I would just stick with what you got. Yeah, Marco, I'd put Selma Hayek in my bed. I bet you would. Top of the afternoon, South Sco. Oh, the Ninja Turtles. There we go. All right. Let's smoke another bowl. We're going to get ready to get up out of here soon. We got the H-Town Huddle coming back tonight, 7 p.m. West Coast time, 10 p.m. Eastern. Is going to be Peacock handling biz. Yeah, and we'll see for this. I'm not sure if I will be back by then or not to be able to jump on. Noble's got karate today. It's one of the reasons we haven't really been doing Wednesday shows. And Tina said, keep it real, Hustler Prime's long gone. And says not her face anymore. That was built by Dr. Bogey. Hell yeah. And yeah, man, I mean, Because, you know, when did she first hit the scene? I mean, at least musically, it was kind of late 90s. I mean, because she was getting popular when like Eminem first started off. But I mean, I remember her in movies before that. Like, even when she was in Salinas, like, man. Just us. He said, what wide receiver should I look to trade for Ford? You got to go find someone that is like hella running back needy. But I don't know. Like, I mean, what can you really get for him on the bye week right now? Peace out, Derek. We'll catch you on the next one. Salute. And Josh said, how about trading Mark Andrews and CD for Saquon and Hawkinson? Need a running back. I mean, I like it. I mean, you're trading top pieces for top pieces. So, I mean, it doesn't help you get top heavier. I mean, it just helps you like put Band-Aids on things. So that just depends. Like, trying to put a Band-Aid on something, or you're trying to like really like get your team like, you know, to be getting more stacked. Because like trading away CD, I mean, yeah, you know, I don't know how your wide receivers are over there, but you're definitely weakening your wide receiver core, and you may need a running back. But yeah, Saquon, I mean, no guarantee that he even plays this week. And then you're just like swapping Andrews for Hawkinson. I would much rather have Hawkinson as well. Marco said pick up Mac, Landman, JOK, Van Ginkel, Tavai. Nice one. And drop Pace or Anal Zone. Pace would be the drop. And man, it's crazy because Van Ginkel is the pick if Jalen Phillips doesn't play. Jalen Phillips does play, then he's not the best pickup. It's definitely not going to be Khalil Mack, so don't even worry about that. Landman is only going to be playing as long as Troy Anderson like is not there, so maybe like a couple week like rental. Might be. I think Tavai. I think it would be Tavai for the Patriots. Tino says Noble learned the 5-finger death punch yet. Not yet, man. Got to protect my heart. There. Yeah. I can't have Noble learning that. He'll just be walking around, you know, with walking around with the fingers out. Don't make me give it to you. Don't make me give it to you. Ant Killa, start 2, Mostert, Kyren, Brian Robinson, Saquon. We don't know if Saquon's going to play this week, so I'll just leave him out of this for now. B-Rob, for sure. I'll be playing him on Thursday versus Chicago. Everyone's been running on Chicago. And everyone who you have is hurt besides Brian Robinson. So I'll say Kyren for now. And John said J-Lo gets better with age. Oh, crispy. Shakira. John said Monty a solid RB2 rest of the season. Yeah, definitely. Wendell said I still want to pick Gwen Stefani. Mike said Conklin to start this week. I mean, it just depends. Like, I mean, he's a start if there's like literally nobody better on the waiver wire than him right now. But I don't know. And Ant Kills, make sure you subscribe over there and get your questions answered quicker when you subscribe. Viking Queen J-Lo got some industry cred. She was a dancer on Living Color in the early 90s. Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, we know all about J-Lo. I'm just saying when it got to her music and when she started getting more notoriety, it was when she, you know, was doing music and started getting on MTV and all that shit. Because she was in multiple movies before she ever produced a song.
Come on, Selena blew her up, bruh.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I brought up earlier. Like, I mean, man.
And come on, she was the original big booty, bro, before they started, like, anyone could have one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before they just started, like, you know, like, adding a booty.
Yeah, she was in, you seen Money Train with Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes?
Yep.
She was in that one also.
It's funny. Whoever wrote that movie, they were like, "White Man Can't Jump" was a hit. Do it again, only this time.
Well, and seeing it probably wasn't that. It was. I mean, they didn't write that movie for them. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, in the '90s, those
work
together. You know what I mean?
It's like one of their agents, like, hey, like a white guy and a black guy, like teaming up 2-on-2. What's even better than that? A white guy and a black guy as cops.
Yeah. And they're like, all right, hold on. Now let's go get an Asian cop, put him with Chris Tucker. And then they're like, oh, that worked. Let's go get Jet Li, put him with DMX. I'm pretty sure that'll work. It worked.
Oh yeah. And Bakes a lot. Ginkle is Einhorn. Einhorn is Ginkle. Einhorn is a man. Oh, Einhorn is a man.
Just chewing that gum.
I mean, it's so funny when they do it at the end.
To my hip.
When they do it at the end, I mean, everybody. She's making out with everybody. Even Dan Marino. Remember, I mean, it was against his will. But at the time, he wasn't too turned off with it. But once they found Captain Winky, things changed.
I mean, the thing that kills me is, like, you shaved off your bone structure too. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, Finkel was, he had some broad shoulders there, man.
That kind of surgery could be done over the weekend.
Yeah. It's funny too because they're just watching him get his ass kicked by her. No, she's not. She's not.
Hey, she can't handle it. You can't handle one chick. She's not a woman. Oh man, fucking Ace Ventura. He's a savage. And it's hilarious. Everyone is fucking. I mean, Lois was kicking his ass for a minute.
Yeah.
Everyone was excited.
I know. It's fucked up.
Mike said, Luda said it best. Use a hoe. Ho. John said, my lineup, QB, Burrow, RB, Bijan and Monty, wide receiver, Diggs, Puka, flex, JT. Man, see, I mean, people already got him in the starting lineups like he's automatically playing. And the Lions on D, I'm not mad at it. Got Moody as the kicker. And still make the move to trade away Connor for Tua.
Yeah. Yeah, Burrow, he kind of sucks right now. Unless you can go get like a Sam Howell and like, just do patchwork till you get like a proper Burrow.
And you only told me the starters. I mean, is JT like, the only other running back that you have, but I mean, it's not like Connor's your number 1 or 2, and that massively improves your.
I mean, and he's living in a world where he's flexing JT already, so you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Granted, JT's got to play though. He's gonna. I think this is the first time he's learning this offense.
Bakes a lot said no one knew who J-Lo was before she married A-Rod.
She was with Diddy. Come on, bro, in that shootout. Like, everyone knew her then. They knew her then. I mean, never knew her yet. They knew her then.
Yeah.
And come on, she was a fly girl, man.
And that was just Diddy keeping up appearances. That's all it was.
I mean, Diddy just ratted, bro.
Yeah.
He didn't do it.
Have you heard why all these people have been disappearing on that are around Diddy circles?
Nah, there's a whole conspiracy that I'm missing.
Yeah, and a lot of people, they said, passed away as they were writing like tell-all books about their their experiences, and there's this whole conspiracy that Diddy just likes the booty, and he's trying to keep that under wraps still.
I mean, that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you when I worked for that magazine, and it was me and dude. It was my dude interviewing him, and I was just standing there because I just wanted to be Diddy. He was a total dickhead.
Yeah.
And he was sitting on the chair getting makeup done.
Yeah.
And he wasn't even like looking in our direction. while my dude asked him the questions. And he was like a total dickhead, and then he would turn it on. Hey, you saw this Diddy. Ooh. You know what I mean?
Oh, when it was his time to talk, when they were recording. Yeah.
When we're recording,
What an asshole.
Yeah, and it was funny too, because he was when we were like, he was like, is this recorded? We're like, yeah. He said, just audio. And then he was cool, he was with it.
Wendell said, I brought out all the scumbags like me. And he said, salute gents. He said, I'm getting a six pack laughing. Let's get it.
Hey, yeah, the JT thing though. Like, man, if there's people that believe in that shit, like for real, I'd flip them. There's so many people that need running back right now. And if there just so happens to someone that went like, 0 RB and they got a gang of receivers, bro. You know what I mean? They might just do a 1-for-1 for the JT being name value. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And 1-for-1, like it's like, Jalen Waddle, I would do that right now.
Marco says Dak or Stafford. I'm gonna go Dak on Sunday night. I just want pieces of that game, and you just if both of those linemen are out though, that gives a little cause to pause on them. It's probably getting.
They'll play. It's only Wednesday.
We'll see.
I don't even know the injuries though, so I'm just bullshitting.
Doing your classic reverse jinx.
Yeah. I can't even help it.
Mike said Diddy is a bone smuggler.
He is, and what's crazy is like, Usher has even came out and was like, because Usher blew up with Jermaine Dupri, but he was like rocking with Diddy initially.
Okay.
And like even like sleeping over his house, like as a teenager type. It's some weird shit, man. Take that.
Fucking Diddy.
You know what I mean?
All in the videos.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what is crazy too is like the youngsters now and like the drill scenes, like all across the United States and shit. Like, it's all about like, smoking your ops, spinning the block, right? You know what I'm saying? And like, but then it's about like claiming the kills too, not just doing them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like putting bags on fools' heads. That's just what once these youngsters get money, that's what they do this shit.
Yeah.
Who's to say someone like a Diddy wasn't doing that like for the longest time? There's all these conspiracies that he was involved in, like Biggie's kill for some reason. You know what I mean? Well, who would be the most to stand the most, right? There's some pretty alarming joints out there. Like his name is Gene, Big Gene. He was the bodyguard for Biggie and them.
Uh-huh.
And like he has some pretty crazy stories, bro. Like
whoever's head of security for like anybody like that, like you learn a lot about that person no matter what. You're literally attached to their hip.
Yeah, and like it was weird how that all went down the way he describes it. How like this car takes off and then they make sure they're in this car and then you know what I mean? Just and then he's seen the guy. He said he saw the guy wearing like it's like a white top on the tux and you know what I'm saying? And it's like it's just crazy. Stuff like that goes unsolved, quote unquote. Even right now, they're charging Keefe D. Have you seen that shit for Pac's murder?
Yeah.
And because it was his nephew that did it, and this guy he ratted, like basically because he's like a Keefe D. He's connected to the I forget what Crip set, but like I think it's a Southside Crips, but you know what I'm saying, really more known for being like a big D boy. You know what I mean? Fuck with the cartel, a lot of bricks and shit, and like this fool. But his nephew and them, they were really in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Fucking and that's the dude. What's that man's name, bro? Orlando something.
Oh yeah.
Orlando something. But yeah, that's the dude that everyone knows killed Pac, but Keepe's in the car.
And that's the one who is like he's the cop who Denzel's portraying.
That's supposedly. I mean, see, that's where it gets a little convoluted too, because they say like that cop was also like part of some faction that might have been involved in the Biggie shit. Like there's all kind of conspiracies, but a lot of times it's just like it's it has like I've watched a bazillion interviews. then I don't think any of that shit is true. What I believe to be true is all this KVD shit because he's actually ratting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then but he can't move in immunity, and now they're charging him. Like they just raided his house not too long ago, and they're charging him for just being the guy in the car. And his story is that he handed him the gun, so now they're using his own words against him. It's funny because there's no statute of limitation on murder, and that makes him an accessory to murder.
Yeah. What up, Steamboat?
Look, Steamboat knows. We were just talking about some KVD shit in one of the league chats. Yeah, KVD, big rat.
Let's see what else we got here. Chewy, 3rd round pick for Waddle. Thoughts?
Hell yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you're getting back Waddle, I don't even know what format it is, but yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
if I'm buying Waddle for a 3rd, I'm doing that yesterday.
And seeing, yeah, Chris, we said, what league are you in that a 3rd would get Waddle? Yeah, exactly. I don't know what kind of league that is. Maybe it's a keeper league. So it's like a third round pick and redraft next year. And maybe he gets to keep Waddle because of it or something. I don't know.
The world may never know.
Yeah. Definitely not like a rookie dynasty, 3rd rounder. No way. And Crispy the Savage said I had a fat girl that I called the bone smuggler. Okay, yeah. So he said the 5-man keeper league. Okay.
So if it's 10 teams, that's 50 players off the board.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely sending a 3rd to get Waddle because that's what would that be?
Yeah, and I mean, do you not have 5 dope keepers already? That's what I'm assuming, right? Is you'd be buying Waddle so you could keep them next year as well, not just use them this year.
Yeah. And
like Rafael Perez and Mac.
Okay, those are are those the cops? No,
I think so, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there was and then they say the guy that shot Biggie, at least this guy Gene, the bodyguard, he said this guy's like a Muslim guy, a Middle Eastern dude. And then that dude, right? They know who this guy is, and he retired from the LAPD, and he just never been charged with anything, and he just vehemently denies even being there. Yeah.
Crazy.
And it's crazy too, because isn't that some crazy code shit, right? People still hold on to, and I don't blame them because it's the powers that be, right? Because this guy Gene, he has no problem telling the story, his encounter, but he won't go to court and be like it was him. You know what I mean? Yeah. You could die, man. Rats die.
Hell yeah. And Chewy said I have Lamar, AJ Brown, Taylor, Isaiah, or Fergie and Terry as my 5th. Okay. So yeah, woggle over for Fergie and Terry then. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm all about it.
Freddie said, who would you trade, A-Chain and Ford for St. Brown? Or would you trade AJ and Ford for St. Brown? Yeah. I don't really want to trade A-Chain, but Ford's kind of nothing, and he's on the buy.
Yeah, why? I don't see why not. I mean, I'd rather have St. Brown, honestly.
All right. This is a good time to wrap this party up. Hour and 40 minutes in. Hell yeah. Don't forget the H-Town Huddle is coming back tonight at 7 West Coast.
Making its debut.
Yeah, the debut. Let's get it. You're going to see our man Peacock holding it down. And go subscribe to the audio version of the podcast, Silver Screen Breakdown, Fantasy Football Hustler, and the Silver Screen Breakdowns. For the Silver Screen Breakdown this week, we are breaking down Freddie versus Jason. That's going down on Friday.
Yeah.
All
Week
right.
5, give me money.
There we go. And yeah, what else? Oh yeah, we bumped up the time. The morning show, 7 a.m. West Coast time. Don't forget, get here in the morning.
Hell yeah.
What else? Oh yeah, remind them about your songs, Bogey. That
Yeah,
just dropped.
we got some new releases. You know what I'm saying? Go check out Bogard Sky Free. Cheers, The Usual, and No Feelings. Trying to figure out which one I'm gonna drop this Friday, but we got another one dropping. We're going one a week, baby. Let's go.
Let's get it. All right, Bogey, send us on home.
Week 5, give me money.
As I make my way, the fact I'm still alive, my claim to fame. It's no surprise I'm on a rise, finna stake my claim. Separate me from the others, cause we ain't the same. Ask my brothers from another, we ain't for play. Time is money, so we got no time to waste. Soon as this thing's moving, it can't be stopped. Blue bands in my pocket, call that juggernaut.
In the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. We should ride together.
You know the stat quo. Finna get a bag, bustin' down that blow. Out of East Side Ho, where they know my name.